Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria if you're new here, and today's practice is called Backbending Bliss. This class works progressively toward wheel pose, which is my favorite backbend at the moment. So we'll build gradually to it, but wherever you are along this journey, the focus is on feeling expansion into the back body and creating space. That's it. So it doesn't matter where you are, how far into the pose you get, just focus on feeling. You will need a couple blocks for this class if you have them. If not, I would suggest grabbing a small pillow or something that's kind of a similar shape and size. Before we jump into today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about these beautiful bracelets that I'm wearing, which came from the brand Otter Spirit. This brand is based in Monterey Bay. It's family owned, and all of the gemstones are natural and hand selected individually. What I love a lot about the bracelets that they offer is that you can choose them based on intention. So on the website, they'll say what the intention is that these gemstones represent, as well as what chakras they're aligned with and what zodiac signs they're aligned with, which is very cool. You can purchase them individually. They also come in packs of 3, and I just think they're really beautiful, and it's been enhancing my practice to be able to look at them while I'm practicing. This rose quartz one is to support the heart chakra, so it fits our theme for today. I do have a discount code for Otter Spirit if you'd like to order. My code is Daria20, and I will link my referral link in the description box as well if you're interested. Thank you to Otter Spirits. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our practice. We'll get started on our backs today. So as you're ready, find your way all the way down to lying flat. Let's place the feet toward the wide edges of your mat and lean your knees in onto one another. Hands onto your belly, or maybe one onto the belly and one onto the heart space. Allow your eyes to soften and fall closed. We'll start with 3 rounds of clearing breath. Take an inhalation through your nose, filling all the way up. Open mouth, sigh, set it free. Again, breathing in anything that's happened in your day so far. And breathing out to release. One more time. Full, slow, deep breath in. Cleansing exhale breath. Now really start to allow your body to melt into the surface beneath you. Soften through any points of tension that come into your awareness. Continue to slow and deepen your breath, but now beginning to breathe in and out through your nose. As you do this, trace your breath along the back of your throat, starting to create an audible sound like ocean waves. Feel the breath wave from your belly up to your ribs and all the way to the surface of the collarbones. And then feel the exhale breath release from your chest through the ribs and out of the belly. Let's take 3 more rounds right here. Begin to cultivate or consider an intention for your practice today. It could be really simple. Maybe you want to create more love. Maybe you want to feel physically the space of your heart opening. Whatever your intention is, breathe it into your body for 1 more round here. Begin to blink your eyes open. Allow your palms to drift down beside you. Keeping the feet wide, begin to windshield wiper your knees toward the right and turn your gaze toward the left. Pause here, take a breath in and a breath out. Pivot your knees through center. And to the left, turn your gaze gently toward the right. Relax here. Deep breath in and out. One more each side. Roll through center and knees drop off to the right, eyes to the left. And come through center, knees left, eyes right. And draw your knees back up, feet parallel. Walk your heels in a little closer to your pelvis, bringing your hands down alongside of you. See if you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Now imagine you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs, so create a lot of energy right there. Hug your navel toward your spine. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, slowly begin to peel your vertebrae up and away from the earth. So your pelvis rises, rolling all the way up to the top part of your spine. On your next in-breath, slowly unfurl all the way back down. Let this be really delicate, like you're placing down a strand of pearls. Once your sacrum lands, next exhale breath, begin to bridge your hips up to the sky once again, focusing on the articulation of the spine and a little massage into your back body. Activate your glutes at the top and then inhale to slowly release back down. Let's do 2 more just like this, really slow and steady. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Last one. And as your sacrum lands, hug your knees into your chest, catch onto the backs of your thighs, and then begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine, moving towards seated and back down. And again here, feeling the press of your back body to the earth to massage it. Let's start to build some momentum, and eventually we're gonna meet in Malasana at the top of the mat. If you wanna play without using your arms, go for it. Maybe try a couple of times. Place the feet, shoot your arms and chest forward. Let's try one more. And meeting here in Malasana. Palms to prayer at heart center. Press elbows and inner thighs into one another. Relax the creases of your hips and breathe space into your heart across your collarbones. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Next breath in, place your fingertips down, grow tall through the crown of your head. As you exhale, root to the earth, start to lift your hips up, pivot on your heels to turn your toes to point forward, and then slowly bow in. Bend your knees a little bit, relax the weight of your heart and the weight of your head toward the earth. Next inhalation, find a halfway lift, crawling space up your spine from tailbone out through crown. As you exhale, fingertips down for support, turn your toes out, bend your knees, and slowly sink to Malasana. Palms to prayer. Inhale, breathe, heart to thumbs. Exhale, fingertips down, hips rise, toes turn forward, bow, forward fold. Next breath in, halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, fingertips down, toes out, heels in, sink low. Breathe in, heart to thumbs, palms to prayer. Breathe out, releasing back into your fold. Parallel your feet and bow. Now interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Begin to hug the heads of your shoulders back and then squeeze your shoulder blades together and maybe begin to stretch your fists more toward the sky, maybe forward over top of your head without forcing. Always focusing on creating space. I like to take a little sway of my heart side to side, but just go ahead and do whatever you need for the next couple of breaths. Finding decompression and release. Unwind your grip, allow your arms to hang heavy. Dig your big toes down and slowly, slowly round all the way up to standing. One vertebra at a time, rising onto the next. Let your head be the last thing to lift at the top, and then roll your shoulders down away from your ears a couple of times. As you breathe in, dig into your feet. Stretch your arms wide and all the way up overhead. Turn your gaze up. As you exhale with a long spine, pelvis back, heart tips forward, dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in, halfway lift, elongate. Breathe out, palms to the mat, and take a soft step back into high plank. Hover here, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Claw down into your fingertips and get really active and bright and energized through your front body. Inhale. Exhale, slowly, slowly, using control from the core. Sink your knees to the mat for 3, 2, and 1. As your knees touch down, breathe in, open up into cow pose. Tailbone tilts up, heart goes forward, eyes spin toward the sky. As you exhale, pelvis rocks back to hover off of your heels, but keep looking forward with your heart and your gaze. Breathe in, round your spine, tuck your pelvis, slowly come forward through cat. As you exhale, place your toenails flat. Watch your thighs as they land to the earth. Then microbend your elbows, sink your pelvis, belly, chest, and chin. As you breathe in, dig your toenails down, energize to the inner lines of your legs, press your pelvis down. Begin to float your heart and see if you can hover your hands a little away from the earth. Keep the back of your neck aligned with the rest of your spine. One more breath in, grow longer. Breathe out, palms by the ribs, press through tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take wiggles, movements. Start to really get into your body, get connected to the conversation between body and breath. There's not really any need to analyze. Let it be intuitive. Take the pressure off. Dig into your fingers. Now broaden your upper back space and drive down and forward into your hands. Hug in through your ribs. Reach your heart back. Let's take 3 more breaths here. See if you can emphasize a little bit more your press into the earth. It's like you're trying to draw energy up through the lines of arms and legs. Next breath in, lift your heels. Start to make a liquid wave forward through your spine to come all the way into high plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, softly, sweetly sink your knees down. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arch. Imagine you could touch the back of your head to your tailbone. On your exhale breath, hips back, heart forward, like you're going to child's pose, but don't put your hips all the way down. Breathe in, tuck the tail, wave forward, rounded spine, hands and knees. As you breathe out, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Breathe in, float your heart and your hands. With your out breath, float your feet and your thighs. Now begin to stretch your fingertips toward the back of your mat with your palms facing down. Press your hands into the air. See if you can use that to traction your heart more forward. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Palms down. Tuck your toes. Press through hands and knees and into downward facing dog. 3 steady, smooth, symmetrical breaths here. Listen to the sound of your own breath. Don't be afraid to breathe with sound. Next inhalation, heels rise. Slowly, sequentially round your spine and come forward into high plank. As you exhale, softly sink your knees. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, hips back, heart forward. Inhale, come forward with a rounded spine, hands and knees. As you exhale, this time unfurl into a higher cobra. So soften the pelvis down, microbend your elbows, energize up through your low core, all the way up to your sternum. Press the heels of your hands down and your toenails down. Play with the idea that you're trying to drag those points toward one another. Notice what happens. Take a breath in. Exhale breath, use your core strength to roll over the tops of your feet and glide back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths.
With your next inhalation, stretch your right leg high to find a three-legged down dog. As you exhale, left heel rises, hug your right knee forward, compress, look forward, step. Right foot just inside your right thumb and touch your back knee down. On your breath in, pull your feet toward one another and float your fingers to the sky, Anjaneyasana. As you breathe out, really start to hug in through your front body. So ribs are closed, and then allow your hips to melt down and forward. Press your palms together, bend your elbows, and connect your thumbs to the base of your skull. Now, inflate your heart a little bit higher. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, fingertips down to the mat or blocks. Rock your pelvis back in space and begin to flex through your front toes as your right leg draws straight-ish. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, elongate your spine. Sitting bones back, heart stretches forward. Exhale, just bow in. One more round here. Next breath in, step forward into your right foot, knee over ankle, tuck your back toes, lift that knee. As you breathe in, dig into the earth and rise up to standing in a high crescent lunge. Shoulder blades are softening. Imagine your spine as a column that's drinking energy up from the root of it all the way out through the very, very top of your head. One more full breath in here. As you exhale, palms to the mat, step to plank and lower chaturanga. As you inhale, rise, upward facing dog, hovering the thighs away from the earth, squeeze your shoulder blades. As you exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Next breath in, left leg rises high, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, step, left foot all the way through to the top of your mat and touch your back knee gently down. Inhale, fingertips rise, kneeling warrior. Exhale, without back bending, sink your pelvis down and forward. Maintain level hips. Press your palms together. Energy into your low core as you bring heels of hands to the base of the skull. One more breath here. Inhale, inflate to your heart. Exhale, fingertips down, hips go back. Begin to stretch your left leg towards straight, flex those toes, make them super bright, and then dive in, heart toward your front set of toes. Every time that you breathe in, it's like you're infusing space between your vertebrae. Every time you breathe out, keep that space and go deeper to what you feel. Next breath in, step into your left foot, curl your back toes under, lift that knee. Press to the earth and slowly rise to standing high crescent lunge. Feel a scoop of your sitting bones down, like there's an activation toward the earth through your glute muscles. Maybe trying to relax a little more through the muscles of your face. Energize up through the tips of your fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale breath, chaturanga. Step back, lower halfway, elbows tight to your ribcage. Inhale to your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again, adding on. Breathe in, reach your right leg high. Breathe out, right knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, three-legged down dog, extend high. Exhale, again, right knee, left tricep. Last one, inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee toward the left side of the mat. This time, kick your leg all the way through to the left. Knife edge of your foot comes down. Turn your left heel toward the right, bend that knee. Inhale, right palm presses down, left fingertips toward the sky, opening up fallen triangle. As you exhale, left arm circles forward overhead. Stay here. Feel the muscles of your right side contracting. Feel the beautiful stretch along your left side body. One more breath in. Exhale, pivot to face the top of your mat. Left palm plants. Hug your right knee towards your chest. Now, turn your left heel toward the left. Come onto the knife edge of that foot. See if you can dig your big toe down. And then step your right toes off of the mat behind you. Bend your knees deeply. Curl your left shoulder blade under the back of your heart. And as you breathe in, open up into a chill, wild thing. So maybe keeping the knees bent, maybe holding on to the back of your head in your right hand for support. Try to press your feet down and toward the back of your mat. Take one more breath in here, opening it up. And now as you exhale, stack right side onto left. Either skate your right toes around to the top of the mat, or you could play with plucking them away from the earth to lift your knee high and transition forward into a lunge. So however you need to get there, eventually right foot stepping up to the top of your mat, right knee touches down. Inhale, fingertips float to the sky. Exhale, palms together, heels of hands to base of skull. One more breath in. Breathe out, Ardha Hanuman, half splits, hips back, bow over your front thigh. Inhale right away to high crescent lunge. Step forward, back knee rises, fingertips float up. And as you exhale, chaturanga, step to plank and vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Next breath in, left leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, squeeze. Inhale, three-legged down dog, extend high through your toes. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Last one, breathe in, lengthen three-legged down dog. Breathe out, cross the midline of your body, then shoot your left leg to the right. Knife edge of the foot down, right heel pivots down. Breathe in, open up, fallen triangle, right fingertips skyward. As you breathe out, option, circle right arm overhead. Stay. Get really active. Grip the earth with your fingertips. One more breath in. As you breathe out, right hand down, pivot to face the top, hug your left knee towards your chest. Come onto the knife edge of your right foot, right heel and big toe down, and then circle your left toes off the mat behind you. Wrap your right bicep muscle forward. Curl your shoulder blade underneath of your back body to support you. And then slowly unfurl into your wild thing. Again, left hand to back of head for support if it's nice for you there. Expanding your front body. Feeling the space you're making. One more breath. Next inhale, stack left side onto right side. You could just skate your toes around and forward or play with floating your left knee really high. And on your exhale breath, gaze to the top of your mat and slowly, slowly, slowly step there. All the way down. Good. Breathe in, root to the earth. Rise, fingertips high into your crescent lunge. And as you exhale, chaturanga. Moving through your vinyasa, take one elongated breath in each position. Let's go again right away. Adding on again. Breathe in, right leg floats high. Breathe in, right knee, left tricep. Two more like that. Inhale, extend high. Exhale, squeeze, compress. Last one. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee toward the left. Kick your leg through. Knife edge of the foot down. Breathe in, open up, fall in triangle. Breathe out, left arm overhead. One more in breath. Exhale, pivot through center. Left hand down, right knee to chest. Come to the knife edge of your left foot. Right toes back. Breathe in, slowly open up into wild thing. Stay as you breathe out. Get even more settled or anchored into left hand and both feet. One more breath in, growing longer here. Breathing out, stack right side onto left side. Either skate your toes or pick them up high and slowly step to the top of your mat. Different this time. Left hand stays down. Breathe in, right fingertips reach to the sky. Gaze at them with both eyes. As you breathe out, circle your right palm to point forward and then glide it over the top of your head. Feel that your shoulder blades are hugging behind you. Lean a little bit into that support as you drag back on your outer right hip. Take a breath in. Breathing out, right fingertips land inside of your front foot and turn your back foot so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Breathe in, curl your right sit bone underneath of you and circle your left fingertips to the sky. Extended side angle. Stay, or you could go for a half bind, maybe turning your left hand back and placing the top of your palm to your hip, or maybe circle your left arm overhead if you want that big side body stretch. Taking a few more breaths here. Can you sink a little deeper to what you feel? Face the top of your mat. Left fingertips, take them wide. Turn your left toes forward and sink your back knee. As you inhale, cactus your right elbow. As you exhale, begin to kick your left heel in towards you. Reach your right hand around and back. See if you can catch for your foot in the air. Taking these next few breaths to soften along the grain of the muscle where you're finding the stretch. Feeling the quads on your left leg relaxing as you sink a little bit deeper. Last breath here. Good, release your backs of toes, curl them under, press your palms down, inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, curl in. One more just like that. Breathe in, reach tall. Breathe out, knee to tricep, and then extend open into fallen triangle. Taking your in-breath, right fingertips reach toward the sky. Out breath, right arm all the way over top of your head. One more inhale here. Exhale, transition through center. Curl your left knee towards your nose and pivot to wild thing. Left toes off the mat behind you. Inhale, open it up. And stay as you exhale. Spread the breath through your whole front body. One more breath in. Exhale, stack left side onto right side. Either skate your toes or knee high. And slowly step to the top of your mats. Left foot forward. Right palm stays anchored. Inhale. Turn your eyes up towards your left fingertips. Drag back on your left hip. Then circle left palm forward and see if maybe you can extend all the way open toward the top of your mat. Feel the length in your spine. Feel the gentle pivot of right rib cage toward left. One more breath in. Breathing out. Left fingertips inside your foot, maybe on a block if it helps you. Turn your back heel down, so we're in a warrior two stance. And instead of sticking your butt out, try to curl your left sit bone underneath of you so that when you inhale, right fingertips open up toward the sky. Upper left arm bone and inner left knee are pressing into one another. Go for your half bind if you like that. Maybe reach your right fingertips over your head. Couple more breaths here. Release to facing the top of your mat. Right fingertips wide. Soften your right knee down. And as you inhale, circle your left elbow up to the sky, cactus. As you exhale, right heel kicks in. Reach around and back and catch for your foot. Now let your heart lift higher. So as you breathe in, it's like it's inflating. As you breathe out, pivot it up toward the sky. Feel your jaw soft, your face soft. One more breath. Unwind back to facing the top of your mat. Step softly into a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose, filling up. Big sigh out of your mouth. Breathe in, lift your heels, round your spine and slowly come forward, high plank. As you exhale, bend your elbows and lower all the way down to lying on your belly. And from here, find a block.
and we'll bring it between our palms as we extend our arms forward,
overhead to the top of your mat. Now, your nose is going to stay toward the ground. Your forehead is going to stay toward the ground. Think about digging all 10 toenails down like super, super firmly and engage toward the midline. So it's like you're trying to crush the block in between your hands. Forehead down. With your next inhale breath, squeeze the block and see if you can lift just your arms and the block away from the earth. As you exhale, release down. Again, inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, release. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, last one. Inhale, squeeze and lift your block, and then hold. And as you exhale, lift your nose, lift your chest. See if you can rock your biceps further back in space. Next exhale, breath floating the feet and the thighs. Everything hugging in toward the center point. Take a breath in, grow longer. Good. Exhale, release, lower everything down. Place your left palm beside your ribs. Right arm open to the side, palm face down, so it's like a T shape. Press into your left palm. Gently roll to your outer right hip. Left toes back. Touch your head down. Inhale, roll through center. Exhale to switch sides. Moving dynamically through this belly down scorpion. You can go at whatever pace is feeling nice for you in your body. Making some space in the chest, in the fronts of the shoulders. Begin to find your way back to a center point. We're gonna do that one more time. So find your block at the top of your mat. Try to squish it between your palms. Lower your forehead to the earth. Dig into your toenails and firm up through your thighs. Breathe in. Arms lift, block lifts. Breathe out, release down. Again, inhale, lift. Forehead stays anchored. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. 2 more. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, lower down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Stay as you exhale. Then begin to float your heart, your head, your feet, your thighs. Squeeze the block more firmly. See if you can drive your upper arm bones back. 1 more breath in. And breathe out, lower it down. Hang out here on your belly. You could stack your palms, placing chin or forehead onto them. Kick your heels in towards your sit bones. Start to windshield wiper your feet side to side. Steady your breathing. And begin to press your palms down beside you. Come up through tabletop, and we'll shift to a seated position. Swing your legs around to the top of the mat, and then place your feet flat. We'll bring our hands behind us, and let's have the fingertips pointing toward us to start. So as you breathe in, begin to stick your butt back, cinch in through your waist so that your heart gets more breath, moving up toward it. Shoulder blades are hugging, you can lift your eyes. As you exhale, press into hands and feet and see if you can lift your hips away from the earth. Squeeze your butt at the top. Stay with the eyes forward, or you could tilt your head back and allow it to be held there. Couple deep breaths. Maybe playing with lifting the pelvis just a little bit higher. 1 more breath in. And then if your head is back, keep it back as you slowly, slowly sink your sitting bones down toward the earth once again. And then rebuild your spine until your head comes up last at the top. Place your hands to your shins. Take a breath in, widen your knees. Hips back, heart up, eyes up. As you exhale, round and curl through your spine. Seated cat-cows. Let's go 2 more rounds. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Coming back up to a tall spine. Fingertips back. This time point them away from you as we set up to go into a second round of reverse tabletop. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a breath in to stick your butt back, cinch the waist, lift the heart. As you breathe out, press to the earth and begin to rise, pelvis away from the earth. Notice the difference in how this position feels with the fingers back versus forward. Eyes could look forward, maybe tilt your head back. Couple last breaths here. When you're ready to come down, head stays back, sitting bones land first, and then slowly rebel all the way up. Now, find a block, place it in between your inner thighs, grip it there, reach your fingertips forward, breathe in, and as you breathe out, keep squeezing the block. We'll slowly round all the way down onto the spine for 3, 2, and 1. Back of heart, back of head, release. Okay, we'll start to work into bridge and maybe into wheel pose, our peak posture for this sequence. So walk your heels in towards your sitting bones. Bring them in close enough so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Plant your shoulders down. Then take a breath in, squeeze your block even more. As you breathe out, root to the earth and lift your hips away from it, just like we did at the very beginning of class. But now we're gonna hold at the top. Start to walk your shoulder blades toward one another underneath of you. You could bring your fingers to interlace and try to press the pinky side of your hands down to the earth. Focus on continuing to squeeze the block, press your feet down and forward, open up the front of your legs, and usher the breath up into your heart space. One more breath here. Slowly untuck your shoulders. Hands can press down flat. Roll back down one vertebra at a time. Keep the block between your inner thighs, but you can turn your heels a little bit out so you don't have to squeeze it quite as firmly. Hands onto the belly. Soften or close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Good. Start to blink your eyes open. And we'll go again. This time, maybe coming up into wheel for some of us. Touch your heels with your fingertips. Squeeze your block. Take a breath in. Breathe out slowly. Peel your spine up to bridge your hips toward the sky. Walk your shoulder blades toward one another, upper arm bones toward one another underneath of you. Stay here. Or you can begin to place your hands beside your head, fingertips pointing down toward your shoulders. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, press down, magnetize your elbows, and come lightly to the crown of your head. Breathe in, breathe out again. Keep squeezing the elbows toward one another and slowly start to open yourself up into wheel. And then take it easy as you open up here. So there's no need to go in to like the deepest version of the pose right away. Keep gripping the block between your legs. You could bend your knees to back off a little bit. Feel your breath. Feel your upper back really broad. And then wherever you are, bridge or wheel, as you feel ready to release, you can slowly come down. For wheel, you can start to lift your heels, come lightly back down to the crown of the head, and then roll back down vertebra by vertebra. Block can stay if it's helping you, or you can release it and play into the next couple rounds without it, trying to find that inner thigh action, still maintaining that even without the block. So just take a moment, broken bridge or whatever you need to do. And we have 2 more rounds, bridge, wheel, whatever. So walk your heels in, touch them with your fingertips, breathe in. Breathe out, you can come up into your bridge first, or maybe hands beside the head with the pelvis still down. Inhale. As you exhale, if you'd like to come up all at once into wheel, go for it. And then on the second round of wheel, if you'd like, you can start to walk your feet maybe a little closer to your hands. Maybe you have space to reach your chest a little bit more toward the back of your mat. Maybe you want to work with pressing your legs more towards straight. Maybe you just want to breathe. When you're ready, slowly finding your way back down to lying on your back, unwinding one vertebra at a time, and take a pause. Couple breaths. All right. Last round, or if you've had enough, you're welcome to just stay where you are. That's a great place to be. If you're ready, get your feet set, get your hands set. Inhale breath to prepare. Exhale breath, lift off from the earth toward bridge or wheel. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Continuing to find the energy between your inner thighs. Continue to grip into the earth. And continue to feel for a state of expansion throughout your front and back bodies. Let's take one more breath here. If you want to stay longer, you're welcome to. When you're ready, slowly make your way all the way back down to lying on your back. Let's take feet wide, knees in onto one another, broken bridge. Have a little rest. Palms onto the belly. Full inhales. Full exhales. Acknowledge whatever arises. Let yourself find an atmosphere of acceptance and surrender to the moment here. Bring your knees back to more of a parallel position. Lift your hips the tiniest inch away from the earth. Slide them slightly toward the left. Place your sitting bones back down, or your sacrum rather. Hug your knees in toward your chest and allow them to fall toward the right side of your mat. Nice, easy supine twist here. Option, turn your eyes to gaze over your left fingertips. Catching gravity as much as possible through muscles and bones. Let yourself drop. Begin to return to the center. Step your feet flat. Hips rise slightly and move slightly toward the right. Bring them back down as the knees come in, and let your legs fall to the left. Arms open wide. Turn your eyes over to the right. And start to find your way back to center. Realign your pelvis as needed. Hug your knees in toward your chest and start to curl your chin up as you wrap your forearms around your shins and compress your body into a really tight squeeze. See if you can curl up a little higher through the chin. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, open up into final Savasana. Arms and legs wide. Palms are facing up. Let your body rest and breathe and integrate all of your efforts, all the beautiful effects of this practice, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. These next couple of minutes are yours just to be still and to drop. And I will wake you up in just a little bit. You are welcome to stay longer if that's what your body is asking for. If you feel ready to come back to life, draw awareness back to your body and breathe really deeply. Invite fresh prana, life force, into the body and begin to wake up fingers and toes with some little movements. And taking an inhale breath, stretch your arms all the way back over your head. Reach your legs long and forward. And as you exhale, melt over to a side for fetal pose. Knees tucked in, rest your head. Press down and start to find your way up to a tall seated position to close our practice in Sukhasana. Anchoring here into a moment of stillness, a moment to appreciate, observe, recognize all the effects of your practice today. And draw your palms to prayer at heart center. Find gratitude for this moment and everything that brought you here today. And connect again to your personal intention. And allow this to guide you as you move back into your day. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a sigh, set it free. Lift your hearts and bow, chin to chest. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed this backbending bliss. I hope it felt blissful. If you have any questions kind of about the mechanics of wheel pose, or if there's anything that you'd like to see more of in future videos, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you. You can also subscribe to my channel, and there's an option to join as a monthly donation member. All of this really helps to support me. And again, my discount code for Otter Spirit, if you want to check out some jewelry, is below. The code is Daria20. And I forgot to mention, they also donate $1 per bracelet to sea otters, which is so lovely. I hope you have a great rest of your day or your night, and I'll see you soon in the next class. Bye.